What's the biggest myth about scaling IT that needs to be retired is a good one in this. And the biggest myth is that it's ever going to be perfect, that it's
Yeah.
ever going to be easy, right? One of the things that and we get a question of when do I know I need to hire a consultant,
Mm.
right? Part of the answer to that, and there are many answers to that question, but one of those answers is, can you tell the difference between what's wrong and what's just hard?
Mm-hmm.
Right? One of the things I've heard recently is Matthew McConaughey has a skit where he talks about how his dad used to ask him, are you sure you can't do it, or are you just having trouble?
Yeah.
Right? There's a difference between
Oh, yeah.
can't and hard. There's a difference between wrong and hard. And if you can't tell the difference, then get some help figuring it out, because some of this stuff is hard and it ought to be, right? That reaction to IT is going to have this release management schedule, anticipating what the business's response to that is going to be and what their reaction to that is going to be is something you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can look that far into it and say, what would a normal human response to being told no, not
Mm-hmm.
right now be? It'll be, well, I'll go figure out how to do it by myself because
Mm-hmm.
this is too hard this way. This is wrong. Too hard became misinterpreted as wrong. So I'm going to try to find an easy path. And we have
Mm-hmm.
this instant gratification need these days for what I want, that it clouds our judgment on what I should get.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's something that as we start thinking about miss and scaling and all of these things, is that one day it will be easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's only gonna get harder. We,
Yeah.
we we talk about with our kids, right? Our 2-year-old had 2-year-old problems.
Mm-hmm.
Our 5-year-old has 5-year-old problems. Our 7-year-old has 7-year-old problems. They're not they aren't going away. They're
Mm-hmm.
just changing. That's just hard a different way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not wrong. It's just hard. And that's
Yeah.
a part of the deal. So we should be thinking about IT in that way and understanding the difference between what's wrong and what's hard. And if you can't tell the difference, ask somebody, get some help
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Or if you can and something is clearly wrong, you can ask for help with that too, of course,
Yeah.
right? But that's a good indicator that you need some help in interpretation.
Yeah. Most definitely. I think that that is such an important piece to be able to understand is, where are you at, and can you rise above to know if you need to make changes? And sometimes the
Mhm.
answer is no, and that's totally fine, right? The faster you get to that conclusion that, like, hey, I need someone else to evaluate this,
Yeah.
the more that you can create progress and create value in the organization faster. So
When I was in a CCB call yesterday where someone's like, this has been a problem for ages and ages and ages. We need to solve this. We need to solve this now. It's like, okay, if we don't solve that, then if we solve that first, all of these things get behind it and we'll get done next. And it's like, well, if you put it that way, this is not a problem. We could sit on this forever. As far as
yeah,
I'm
right.
concerned, somebody
Yeah.
says that, it's like, well, it's not costing money. It's not
Yeah.
impacting our customer satisfaction. It's just really annoying.
Hmm.
It's yeah,
Absolutely.
really annoying is solving the things that are really annoying is there's a value in that, but prioritizing it above other things that
Yeah.
actually increase revenue, reduce cost, satisfy a client or a legal need.
Hmm.
Well, let's talk about our priorities, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden that person goes, I am
Oh,
far less annoyed with this right now.
oh, I get it. Oh